no drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip this. Tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell them run it up. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then it vanish. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of order way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. See, one camera need to fix and we'll be in business before I break my PC. There we go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's see what we got going on for today. Gold is dumping here. Heavy pre-FOMC here. We're just seeing straight downside. Aggressive day today. Literally, it can go as far as it wants and it can stop whenever. So in these type of days, I've traded them many times. In the beginning, when I first started trading, I used to just take a trade on lower time frame, like 1 minute, get stopped out and didn't lose, and then the whole day dump like 600-700 pips, but I lost. Because the best thing in this scenario is like, I mean, this shit can just keep going down and down and down, but we don't know where it's gonna stop. It can just stop right here and reverse for the rest of the day. That's how it works. It's super possible. Personally, I would like to at least see the 1 hour close. You know, we want a pullback. It really sucks. We're coming to the lowest point of the whole day, session, you name it. I mean, this is lows of lows. And where are we going to reverse? Who knows? We don't have 5 minute now. We just made 5 minute structure here. One candle. This candle closing below. I mean, on these type of days, you can just take a sell. Something like this. Put a 150 pip stop loss and just see what happens. You know, leave it for a couple of hours. If you get stopped out, that's nothing you can do, because if price is going to keep dumping today, you're not going to get pullbacks. You're not going to get pullbacks. Ideally, we want something like this. Like this was fine. We get a pullback, boom, we sell the lows here, and then you're part of the move. I don't like selling right here. It just doesn't make sense to me. 1 minute super deep, 15 minutes super deep. So it's one of those scenarios where it's, how do you explain it? It's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, you know? So you take it and you might be damned, but if you don't take it, then you might miss the move here. So let's just see. I'm more tempted to wait for the 1 hour at least here. You know, it's not really a smart idea to be selling all the way down here. It doesn't really reward you much of the time. Was the previous 15 valid because I took breakout before stream? I mean, in this type of scenario, you get away with anything. You just press sell. And then that's it, your happy days. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at Daxia on the other day, on the other pair here for us today. Not pushing as much. We're seeing a little bit of messy consolidation form. We're stuck at daily resistance still. Daily did close bullish, 4 hour closing bearish, mixed session bias. We have a lot of bullshit around. We have so many supports, resistances. So we are mixed bias though. We do have a nice little clean range forming here though, which might be tradable if we can get through probably that, which we rejected, which is probably a 5. So we'll just mark that we rejected this for some reason. But now that we've rejected it, could we wick fill? Maybe, yeah. We could maybe wick fill from the bottom of the range. See what 1 hour is saying. 1 hour would close bullish above. So am I more bullish from here? Daily tapped target. 4 hour also tapped target to... We haven't tapped 4 hour support, so we might want to dip down to 4 hour support. That is the problem here. So we have all this clean candles here. That would be a sell zone below there. So yeah, maybe above here would be safer, because then we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about that, because if we get above this kind of 291 zone, at least we're showing we're not going to try to break down here and actually sell. So let's see the 1 hour close here, because it's going to be important. If 1 hour close back in the range, not looking so positive for buys. If 1 hour closes back outside the range, shaping up a little bit for buys, you know, makes a little bit more sense. So yeah, let's see what ends up happening with that. Getting back onto gold here, we have tapped this little box I have. I mean, gold can do whatever it wants right now. It's in a scenario where I really just want to see the 1 hour close, see the next one open. It's a crazy... I've had these days, but now we're pretty low. I mean, we're coming to a market that has pushed 400 pips already, and I'm gonna sell the lowest point of the day. So there's only two options. It's like a 50-50. You either are the guy that sells the lows, and it's the lows of the day. We start a pullback for the rest of London and maybe continue NY or consolidate for London. or you press sell at the lows, right? And what ends up happening is it just continues for the rest of the day, and it's a very straightforward day. So that's the 50-50 scenario. The real scenario, right? The real scenario where you actually want to be involved is if we can get a small pullback from now, at least one 15-minute candle bullish. If we can get a 15-minute candle bullish and another one bearish, something like what happened here, this would be way better, because this would give us confidence that, okay, at least I'm taking a sell with some sort of structure, right? So you have to make the decision, because price, I've seen it on days like this, it can pull back a little bit and just continue down all day until the end of London. So it's either you accept that and happy to miss it out and wait for some sort of pullback just to give you some sort of probability, or you just say, yeah, I'm happy taking a loss if this is going to be the low of the day. I don't really care. Poop, you take a sell and see what happens, you know? Because you'd have to run stop loss at least 180 pips at the moment. Probably you get away with a above 4, even above 4 hour support, you know? So that's how it works on these type of days, you know? Now, the one mistake I used to make is I would try sell 1 minute in these scenarios, but it just eats you up. Unless you get a nice consolidation like this, it works. But otherwise, if you're getting small consolidations, look, you sell the 1 minute, eats you up. You know? Sells here, eats you up. But when we get a nice consolidation and then a breakout, it kind of works. Just buy it. I wouldn't be on the buyer side just yet. We haven't hit any major higher time frame targets in terms of downside. We can go retest this support. We're just dumping through everything. FOMC tomorrow, we have a big higher time frame head and shoulders pattern forming. So I wonder if FOMC will pump here, or is this just people closing positions before FOMC? It's a very interesting scenario, to be honest. I'm very interested to see what rates happen tomorrow, if they do cut the rates or not. If they don't, man, this thing is gonna shit the bed again. Can you have a look at GJ? Yeah, GJ's not been performing too well recently in terms of price action. Last week it was good, but now it's kind of slowed down. Daily is giving a long rejection wick to downside. Not rejection, so rejection to downside. Sitting at this daily support. Right? Apart from that, we see now 4 hour time frame closing bearish here. We have a break of structure here, so maybe indicating some downside if price wants to leave into these zones here. You could get some sort of breakouts from here, but I rather not take a breakout during London. I rather look for a deeper pullback than to sell based off that. So yeah, could this be an opportunity for a gold swing buy? It depends, because this is the reason we're dumping now is because of a China deal and stuff like that. So yeah, long term, any pullback on gold would be profitable, but it's maybe not ready just yet. You need proper change of structures and stuff like that. Would a 4 hour be considered tapped even if price was 1.5 pips away? You know what? I normally do consider that. You know? I do consider it basically tapped at that point. ChatGPT saying there's a 96% chance of rate cuts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they don't, I mean, you know, it would be crazy. Now, obviously the market is expecting that, because we see buy the rumor, sell the news type event happening right now. And this was actually my plan. If there was not for tariffs, then I would have gone with this. I actually wanted, it was my plan to sell towards the end of October. Who remembers me talking about that? But then we had this stupid extra layer of Trump news, which threw me off. That threw me off. That's enough to ruin my edge. So we have the 1 hour close here. So 1 hour is closing bearish, obviously. How to sell this is the question, man. Do I just, you know, hold my breath and sell the lows? I don't like it that much. We have a key level 40 here, so maybe we can use that to play with. Maybe we can use that. With Trump in office, long-term trades are tricky. Yeah, but I really wanted this plan for gold show. But I was looking, it was actually quite hard for entry. If you look at daily, it came in one daily candle. It was literally the previous daily closed bullish. You would not be looking for sells here at the time, and then boom, game over. So it's not easy. So yeah, that's the analysis. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the analysis. Make sure to leave a like on the stream. 200 of us in here. Let's get the likes up to at least 100. I would appreciate. How many likes do we have on here? I think we only have like 40. So let's do the YouTube business. And yeah, you know the YouTube business. Hate to say, part of the game. So here we go, breaking through 40 here. Like I said, man, sometimes you just make a decision, you sell the lows and hope for the best. You know, so for me, there's just not enough just yet, man. Have you ever traded news or not? Yeah, I traded news. I did it on a $500 account, and that account went to zero. That's my news story. So it wasn't fun. Wasn't fun at all. I got slipped and everything. Seasonality shows some of what downside or ranging gold towards end of year. We should see a rally in December. It's called the Santa Claus rally. Why is gold pushing down heavily? Is it just a big time frame pullback? Because tariff decisions are coming between China and US. FOMC is tomorrow. Don't forget about FOMC. So this is buy the rumor, sell the news. Because now this was all pricing in of rate cuts, but now rate cuts are coming. Everyone just takes profits. I wish gold was earlier in the move where it'd be easier to sell. Yeah, I mean, look, the problem is you just pick a low to sell. These are big pullbacks. That's why I used to get cooked on 1 minute. This is no joke, huh? That's 43 pips already, 44 pips. And counting. So when on a day like this, you just have to trust the higher time frame. Oh wait, we have a marketing call. Last time we said we'd have some fun. Let's check what this marketing call is about. Shit, fuck that, man. I'm not answering with music like that. That's done already. X, not playing with that. That's not fun. We want someone answering, not answering. Who opens a marketing call with fucking music, man? Stupid. From previous past months, I saw a lot of YouTubers are down on their account. Actually, only real guys are still gaining. No, just because they're down doesn't mean they're not real. It's normal in trading to be down. That's actually, I'm surprised they're transparent about it. That is actually nice to see, actually. A little bit refreshing. A little bit refreshing to see that they're being transparent about it. Yesterday in NY you plane. Oh wow. So you flew in NY to sell. You got slipped 12 pips? Yeah, we had as well a sell from up here. And some of the guys got slipped as well. Not up here, all the way up here, this one. Some of the guys got slipped on this one as well. Like somewhere here, I think they got slipped. Alright, so a bit of relief here. We're getting a pullback. So that's going to help us because, you know, strong buy zone. There's been a lot of strong buy zones that we've just pushed through. This was a very strong buy zone. We bounced, but now we've pushed through. This was a strong buy zone. This one here might be, who knows? Tough area to be in. My body feels like shit, man. Some seasonal flu going around here and my body's trying to fight it. Been having like night sweats, this, that, all this drama. Hasn't come out, luckily. No sneezing and coughing and nose bunged up, but definitely feel vitamin C to help your body. Yeah, you need to full dose it. Vitamin C is a staple. I take it anyway, so I'm fully loaded. I actually checked. A good way is you can buy vitamin C that has a bit of coloring in it. And if you're peeing out that color, means that your body is saturated with vitamin C. Just fact. Because that's how you secrete vitamin C, is through piss. Try creatine, it will help. What's creatine? I think, you know, testosterone, anavar, all of that stuff should make you feel like night and day. So, you know, you won't have to worry if you're taking that. All this vitamin C, all this stuff is weak stuff. Weak stuff, weak stuff. Morning, SOMX brother. No quiz today. Quiz is spelt without an E. You always spell it with an E. It's spelt without an E. That's your quiz of the day. How to spell quiz is your quiz of the day. Is it spelled Q-U-I-Z-E, Q-U-Z-E, Q-U-W-S-E, yeah, Q-I-U-Z-Z-Z, which one? Or is it spelled Q-U-I-Z, which one? That's your quiz of the day. How to spell quiz. American word, brother? There's no way in America they spell quiz with an E. Either I'm totally not culturally... There's no way it's spelled with an E in America. That can't be a thing. No, there is no quiz? Okay, good. Thank God, man. I thought I was tripping. I was like, no way. Hello, sir. Buy or sell? GIF signal. Shit, man. I'm a professional writer. That person is bam, boot forever. Man, yeah, okay, that's good. At least we have a professional writer here. So any problems I have, I'm gonna ask John. It's no forgiveness day. See what Raul is doing. So he wants on DAX here, pullbacks. Yep, we could do that as well. Pullback, yep, that will work. Those plans will work. I mean, on DAX here, we could even try the buy above here because we're still in a phase where we could look for the buy above. Let's see what 5 minute. 5 minute did close above, but I'm worried about structure here. I mean, this could technically be an aggressive position, but we don't get a 1-to-1 to here. It's only 5 points for a 16-point stop loss. All the way up here is 20 points. 1 hour close below, which is my problem here. That's my major problem, is the 1 hour closing below. It would be lovely to see a 15-minute close above. Would make a lot more sense than just a 5 at the moment. How much do we have? Where's my drawing? I want to measure from here to here. It is a juicy bottom wick, I'm not gonna lie. Where's all my drawing shit, man? Why don't I have anything to draw? We used to have lines here. Create a new chart. Tools. Oh, I'm seeing something. Oh, there's all my drawing stuff. Can I like reposition, please? My drawing stuff. There we go. Gonna bring it here. Where are we relative to that? Ooh. I think we just tapped that, right? Look. Tick. Perfect. Then above that, we don't have much room. We're going to see how this forms. Your DAX spread should be fine. Yeah, they're looking fine now. It seems like it's fixed. Time to go back to GJ. It's not ready just yet. I've been looking at it. It looks like it's gearing up, but we just need some more fundamental driver. And in November, we have the UK budget. Maybe that brings in some action. So by November, we can be trading GBP JPY because we have the budget coming. What do you think about these people who create videos on how to turn $100 into 10,000 in just 2 days and rack up millions of views? Genuine knowledge sharing YouTube seems like to get few viewers, of course, because that's selling dreams. One is selling value. People want dreams. If you're someone, they want to know how to turn $100 into 100,000. It sounds cool. Or $100 into 1,000,000. Obviously, it's all fake. Or try it multiple times. If there was even a 1% chance for me to turn $100 into 10,000, 1%. Okay, so 1% means I have to risk $100 100 times. So if there was a 1% chance, I could make my 10,000 back. What's the criteria for a pair being good or bad? What does fundamentals have to do with GJ at the moment? It's a long story. You should ask in a webinar so we can go through it. There's been many webinars we've had on it. But in short, because I don't want to spend time, that's a good question for the webinars when we discuss that type of stuff. In short, we see the JPY changing, obviously, who's in power now. Uday stepped down. And they're not having the monetary easing like they did before in the past. And we do not see the GBP strengthening very quickly and strong. So we used to have a very weak environment from the JPY, meaning now they just keep hinting at rate increases because the JPY has a de-inflationary problem, meaning that they do not have enough. They don't have enough inflation. Sir, do you know about the Vegas tunnel system? We're having one here. We're having one here. They're planning to launch it by 2026. I think you see a gold buy entry, but it's bearish bias. Yeah, could make it risky, right? If you're going to go counter bias, it will make it risky. I mean, it could work out today. Who knows? But I don't want to fight this much momentum. You know, but if that's in your risk appetite and you're happy to try fight the momentum, yeah, I mean, there's a setup. That's for sure. There is a setup, but how do we know if it's going to be able to fight the momentum? How about turning $20 into 50,000? Is it viable? I mean, if you don't do that, you're just a bad trader, right? Should be easy to turn 20 into 50,000. I mean, I do like this setup here where we have like, 5-minute changes of structure and then 15 close bullish. But on this type of day where we have such bearish momentum here, you're kind of calling a bottom here, which could work out. We could start to reverse for the rest of London, but how am I supposed to know that? Only 50k, come on, at a milli? Yeah, I know, right? You need to push to that million. There are people though that can flip an account, say from like a 2,000 to 10,000. There are, or 200. I've seen it, but it's rare. They normally know what they're doing. And also they accept that if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. It feels weird to call a bottom right away. Most likely scenario, if it slows, it might consolidate first. Exactly. Well thought about. Hey bro, are you using SMC or ICT? Oh no. Oh no. Are you trying to offend me? You asked me, am I using SMC or ICT? I have no option. Both is just an offense. He's asking both. No man, I use price action. It's just a joke. You don't trade GJ anymore? What happened? There's no volume during sessions, man. GJ just consolidates. It's been in like a year. Just now, recently, it broke out, but it's been in a huge, shitty consolidation. This is your daily. And then in like a couple of 4-hour candles, it moved up, and now we're back to consolidating again. Look at this. This is your 4-hour price action during London. Why would you want to trade this? How does this help you? So it's because there's no fundamental driver anymore. So that's normal. It's a cycle. We had 4 years of pure upside on GJ. It was a beauty to trade. Obviously, you could see from my journal how much money I managed to exploit from this. What a shame. It's not a shame, man. Look at the amount of money that was made. It was insane. It will come back. Just a matter of time when fundamentals change, right? When we get the change of fundamentals. Not a shame. Was GJ an easy pair back then? It's public. You can see my journal. Go back 2023. See the trades, man. Let's look at all these trades here. Look at this. Look at the type of trades you get on GJ back in the day. These are the type of trades. Setup 1, wick fill, straight to TP. Setup 1, straight down here. We'll push with straight volume. Beautiful volume. What else we got? Look at this setup 1 here. 50-minute close above, straight to TP. Look at this setup here, inside of the range. But this was a break even ended up being. Look at this setup 1 here, close above, huge push. Here's a setup 1 basically, closing above. Boom. Oh, who remembers rice before lobster? Who remembers rice before lobster? Only OGs, only MK probably. I wonder if this 5-minute is enough. Didn't you also say GJ would give 2 big pushes in one session? Yeah, weird. No, man, it just used to push. Like, you were okay. If we already pushed for the session would continue. You would come back, right? You would come back, and then, like, let's say Asian push for GJ, London would continue the push. That's how good it was. Like, you just show up London every day, and there was volume. And that's what you need. You need a session with volume. Yeah, it was nasty, man. I had 90% win rate. Look at this, man. Smashed it. And then I went to DAX. I smashed it as well. If you quarter 1 here, I think I had 90% win rate quarter one. It was insane. And those times will come back, but it's part of a cycle. It's part of a cycle. Man, look at this. No top wick and then now we dump. That's nasty. Oh no. That is a very bad sight to see today. Can you guys see that? That is a terrible sight. Did you guys see what that is? Spreads jumped. Terrible sight. Oof. We had top wick here on broker. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. We had top wick on broker. I wonder if this was an option. And then what do? You don't go break even, 130 pip stop loss. And if you don't go break even now, it's back at your entry now. And what do? You just hold? Nah, you can't just hold. Scary. Scary to just hold like that. It's super scary. Especially at a 4-hour support. What did Alexei do? Let's have a look. This is one on 5-minute. Yeah, but it didn't give you 1-to-1. Barely gave you, I think, half even. Yeah, not even 1. It gave you 1 to 0.3. Can you explain why you don't like ICT and FMC? I think the concepts are overcomplicated it. They're way taken out of context. There's no such thing as you can dictate the market. You are the creator of the algorithm. That is all not true. Retail stop losses are not really cared about too much because, you know, it's not massive part of the market. I don't like that. Yeah, I just don't like how complicated they make things. I don't like how complicated. It's great to sell a course because there's so much information you need to learn. There are people who are profitable on it, but they are not part of the cult. They are not part of the cult. I know people who trade smart money concepts, liquidity, stuff like that, but they view it as price action and they're just trying to repeat things. If they could turn around and tell me all I'm doing is repeating a pattern that we see in the market happen often, then I agree, you know? I just don't like the cult behind it. You know, 90% of traders fail, but a very high percentage of traders in the market that come and trade are smart money traders. So it's not smart money, it's dumb if anything, because most traders lose and most of those traders are trading ICT. And not ICT himself, but smart money concept stuff. You know? Think about it. How many people here know people who, like everyone who I know, I don't know. If I ask someone and speak to them in public, right? They are most likely trading smart money concepts. Why don't you trade futures? I have a futures funded account, yes. Little bit submissive behavior to let this broker give you these spreads, lacking a bit of testosterone. Yeah, they are lacking a bit of testosterone. They are. Creating new strategy like turtle soup. I mean, name it what you want, doesn't matter, but don't make it seem like it's the creator of a massive algorithm and I don't know what and this and that and how's your top step going? So I'm risking bigger now. So I have a whole goal that I have, which is now I'm risking bigger. So that's a very, very cool step I've taken, which is risking bigger. Why? It's a long story. I don't really want to explain now, but the idea is it doesn't make sense to pass the account and risk small when you need to build a buffer, because if you withdraw money, whatever you have left in your account is the only amount you can lose. You can't let your account go back in drawdown. So in order to mitigate that, it makes more sense to risk bigger so that you can build a buffer, take a significant withdrawal. So I'm trying to decide how much, maybe 4,000, 3,000, whatever, whatever. Are you allowed to go above 1%? FTMO doesn't allow you. Yeah, you can. You can go above 1%, but you can only pop a 2 contract. But 2 contracts will allow you to go above 2% sometimes. Depends obviously where your stop loss is. "90% of traders fail. Is it due to strategy problem or problem with self or market dynamics?" All of those reasons is why 90% traders fail. Also, a big part of that statistics is most of them didn't fail, they just quit. You know, a lot of people just can't stick to this. It's not easy, right? They want to see instant results. They want to see instant gratification, you know? Wick fill option on DAX? No, we're stuck at this 15. We need to get above. Look how many times we've wicked at it. It's keeping us safe. I think we need to, you know, we just need to get above it because we just keep rejecting it, keep rejecting it, keep rejecting it. And remember, we still have downside opportunity. 4 hour hasn't tapped 4 hour support. This could be a top wick and then we flip and finish the 4 hour support tap. You know? If you look at DAX, it's in a very unpredictable zone, meaning it's a mess. We're not going up, we're not going down, we're going sideways. Gold sells on the 5-minute flip. Problem with gold is that 4 hour support. So technically this is a target here. We have close below on this 5-minute here. I'm kind of waiting for the 15-minute close below. We'll see if this can close below the 4 hour support. Only issue I have is where do I put stops if I'm just going to sell the lows today. 160 pip stop for this candle here. Can I expect today a 160 pip move towards the downside? Maybe not. But could I get away with stops here? No, I don't even think I can get away with stops. I don't think I can get away with stops. Wow. Yeah, it's hard. Unless we get a beautiful top wick here, I can run stops above the top wick. That's going to be the plan. Is if it closes below and we get a significant top wick, that's my chance. I can enter break of low, run stop loss above top wick and be aggressive. And see if we can get a move because we have some clean zones at least till here. Wick fill we have. These are only going to be watch with volume. We should be able to push through and make our way down to fill these wicks. Down here. Only problem is if 5-minute closes bullish, Gino, is that it will close back inside the 4 hour. So that's the one problem we have. With gold dropping now, it means dollar is rising. It could mean dollar is rising, but they're not always connected. We can have a look and see if it's being connected today. It's slightly rising, but nothing like gold. Nothing like what gold is doing right now. So this is because of profit taking and this is the day where we have to kind of make the decision. Do we just sell the lows? Always a shitty situation here. So we have to be blessed here with a massive top wick here. I'm looking for a bounce from the 4 hour support. You want to buy from here now? That's your plan to buy? So no top wick next. Not next yet. So I want to see if we can get some fat. How come you didn't buy at this 4-hour support up here then? For me, this 4-hour support was stronger than this small one here. This is just a 1 candle 4-hour support. So it's tough, man. This is what, you know, don't try catch a falling knife is my saying. Let price show you it's ready to go. Because here it tried to reverse, it just failed again. Just keeps on failing. Would be great if we can get a bloody bottom wick would be great right now. Not bottom wick, sorry, top wick. Yeah, that's a shame. Maybe we had one on broker and I'm sleeping. I didn't see it on my broker, but maybe I need to zoom in. I had it open on my phone. Man, it just made one? That's nuts. What? I swear it didn't have one. I swear I had it open right here. There's no chance it just made one like that. I'm getting scammed. But either way, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because where am I going to keep stops? It doesn't matter. Because stops, again, have to go all the way up here for almost 200 pips. Because I'm trying to get a better stop loss. That's my whole goal here, is trying to get a better stop loss. Because this move here is amazing move, 70 pips, but gives me nothing. It gives me nothing in terms of profits because I had a 200 pip stop loss. And if I put a tight stop loss and it pulls back, I get stopped out immediately. I have to quit, I think. Too many in a row. Yeah, man, not a bad idea. Get out while on top. Set up 5 above. It's tough. See this? It's a mess. DAX is in a bit of a mess at the time. Not saying you should have a tight stop loss so you get instantly tagged out, but if any point price doesn't just drive through the lows, then you would want to stay in it for any pullback at all. Because those pullbacks could be worth nothing, such as something like this, man. Because imagine you had a tight stop loss here and you just took the sell here. This pullback is 40 points already. But that, if you had a bigger stop loss, that 40 points would be no sweat. At least maybe an 80 pip stop loss. You're only 50% in drawdown. Being 50% in drawdown, you don't get stopped out. And then boom, after that, you get a beautiful 200 pip move. You see? So you get a 200 pip move. But if you were trying to run those really tight stop losses, you can see it broke 1 minute structure, broke 5 minute structure. So even if you ran one of those tight stop loss, you got stopped out there. But all it did is just end up being a 200 pip move. Now you're just wrong. See you. Take care, my friend. You can definitely leave if you think I'm wrong, because it doesn't matter. I don't get how people tell me I'm wrong when literally in front of them you can see that there was a 100 pip pullback. If you were part of that 100 pip pullback and you have a small stop loss, guess what? You're being stopped out. So you have to be timing it extremely well. Either quick scalping on the 1 minute, micro scalping, get in, get out, get in, get out. Or if you're trying to hold through a move, you need some safe stop loss. Anyways, each to their own, man. Because they don't understand what's going on. I just don't understand how it doesn't, it doesn't affect them, so it's fine. But there's no right or wrong scenario. This is the worst case scenario if you think you must be right. Yes, that is actually true. Yeah, if you think you must be, yeah, because you could think you're right today and still be wrong. Nobody is right except the market. That is true. The giant stop loss wouldn't have given 1-to-1. Now it's back above entry. Yeah, exactly. That's why we wanted that big top wick to begin with. So at least we could just run the aggressive stop loss above the top wick. Let's say it was a 60 pip, 50 pip top wick. And then boom, that would have paid us easily. Let's see where we've tapped though. We must have tapped something maybe. Oh, 1 hour is like mirror clean here. Let's check what 30-minute is saying. Maybe we just tap this. See what 15-minute is saying. We have this on 15-minute as well. These are the zones. Pop. Yeah, so I guess we tap this one here first. What pair is this? I can't see. I can see the price. Looks like either GU, EU, Euro. Yeah, that would be nice. Bullish bias as well. What do you think of DAX sells below? Yeah, it could work. It could work. But we want it below this kind of 15 here. Look at this. Like that. And then you have to watch the 5. Problem is DAX is in very low volume right now. We're just consolidating. So for the time being, we're consolidating. Now this 5-minute here candle closes. Could we get a wick fill potential in this type of aggressive market condition? Let's see if there's a top wick. We can try to be aggressive today. I'm going to give myself maybe one shot to be aggressive. We've been pushing down very heavily. And I'll see if I can get some continuation here. That is my only option that I see right now, is to be an aggressive with this 5 close. Top wick on the next candle. And try get a wick fill here. And that's my shot. So let's see if we can get a top wick here. No top wick on broker yet, unfortunately. Trying to make one now. Yeah, that's nice. See what 1 minute is saying. It's that previous 30. It's your only shot today. You just try to continue the volume. If you don't want to give it an aggressive shot, don't take this. For me, this is my only shot I can take, breaking the lows. So stop above the high. It's an aggressive shot to fill the wick. If we have volume to continue down today, it will do that. If not, it will reject like this, and I won't get triggered in my position. Right? So that's gonna be my shot. If the 5-minute close is bullish, it's a different trade, obviously, and I'll be kept safe. There's always the fear that this is the exact bottom. No, the exact bottom would be selling at this low. So my goal is after this top wick here, why does it have to re-break its low? If I get in profit and it comes back, then I can manage. But if you don't want to take aggressive trades today, then just stay out. It's easy. You don't have to be involved with this. I want to see what ends up happening here. It's about to trigger me. There we go. So let's see what happens. Nice. Man, I had a gap on the 1 minute here. It looked weird. I actually wanted to move to break even on that 1 minute candle flipping bearish, and then I didn't get a chance. I pressed the button, but it was already there. So I think I need to close on this next 1 minute because I didn't get the chance to move to break even. That's a shame. I was super close to moving to break even there. I just want to see what it does at this 1 minute structure because I didn't get the chance to break even. I pressed the button, but it already reached. So I want to see if it respects this. If it respects this, I can hold a little bit. If it doesn't respect this, then I'll just have to close with a small management. So I won't lose that much. Well, unless it just blasts here last 33 seconds and I get absolutely face smacked. Yeah, I got a bit messed up actually there. I pressed the button, I pressed the break even button, pressing, and then it wouldn't go through because it's already above my entry. So I couldn't move the stop loss and confirm it because it was above my entry. Nasty when that happens actually. So let's see if this closes above or not here. Happened to me too? Yeah, that just happens sometimes. So the only last level of support is to retest here, which I'm going to allow it to do because I'm already in this trade this deep. So my last scenario is for it to retest this 5 minute up there. That's my last scenario. Can we come to entry so I can get out? Oh no, 1 pip from entry. No way, it's flipping now. Ouch. No, 1 pip from entry, boys. Ah, I thought I was just gonna tap entry to get out. That's so close. That's an unfortunate scenario. That was looking good. Unlucky, man. Unlucky. I didn't manage to get out at entry there. So I have 2 choices now. I can see if it respects this 1 minute structure, or I can just get out right now. That was too close to entry. I thought at least we should test this 1 minute support maybe. I can get out at entry. But it's just rejected just before my entry here. So I can see, does it respect this 1 minute structure here or not? You know, I'm kind of tempted to hold full SL as well because of how bearish we are today, guys. That is also a consideration. So wow, that's an interesting scenario because we're super bearish today. So what if I just hold full SL? Is it that bad of an idea? Probably not. And just, I said I was going to take the risk, so just take the risk. And if I get to entry, I make a decision. If I don't get to entry, so what? Look, if you don't want to lose full today, you can manage if it breaks this 5 minute high. That's a management opportunity you have. But for me, I'm wondering here if I really care. If we can get the bearish momentum, 5 minute retest here now, and then we can reject, could be good. Or it could just blow my idea out of the water, which is also possible. It's the last barrier. The last barrier. Why? Because 5 minutes is closing in 1 minute. So if this 1 minute candle doesn't flip now, then that's it. It's game over because 5 minute will close above. 5 minute will close above and then you have bullish pressure coming through. Here it's out, but not on my broker yet. All right, now I'm out. So yeah, I told you aggressive shot. I tried to get to break even here. I was up around. I should have probably gone immediately at 20 pips, but it's okay. I knew that this was my one aggressive shot for the day. And then that was it, right? So one aggressive shot and then call it. I really wanted to get to break even at this spot here, but it just missed my button here. Just missed my button. Because as I went to break even the second time it flipped, it was already above entry. And then we got this big candle here, this one here. So then the decision becomes to hold. Because if I'm already in drawdown, remember break evens are also 50-50. So you have to consider that. If your break-evens are 50-50, right? That means what? That means that there's a chance for your trade to still play out. So if I'm in drawdown, instead of scared closing my trade, I'm scared, I close my trade, I'm just going to hold it and say, look, if probabilities are on my side today, I am going to hold. Now, on a day like today, we could just keep dumping down. I get unlucky today. Unfortunately, I sold the low and it didn't want to continue anymore. It did give us 20 pips though. 20 pips was the continuation. If you did not want to trade risky today, like I said, you did not take this. You were not involved. You were just chilling. and you don't have to worry about it. If you wanted to give it a bit of a risk, give yourself a shot today. That was your shot, and that's it. That's your one shot for the day, and now you have to wait for a proper setup at this time here. So some days we just have absolute dumpage, you know, just keeps dumping. Like look at this candle here, big rejection wick towards downside. Next candle does what? Boom, flies down. So I was hoping for the same thing to happen. Big rejection wick, next candle comes down, get the continuation. So that's what I was just looking for. That's what I was looking for, and sometimes that won't always happen, obviously, because I'm trading towards the lows. But I'm happy to take a shot live in front of you to say, hey, yeah, that was my shot. That was my shot I wanted to take, and that's it. Yeah, that's why I went to break even. That's why I went to break even, but I couldn't press the button. So now I'm already in 15-20 pips drawdown. So what do? Do I just close scared in drawdown? My entry was here. I was in profit, and then this went back in profit 10 pips. Then I'm pressing the button, but I was in 10 pips drawdown. So do I just close in drawdown 10 pips and then it flies to TP? And then you lose. So it's just like, okay, fine, I'm in drawdown now, let me hold the drawdown. I'm not scared. If you guys are scared to hold drawdown, close. I don't dictate your trades. But for me, I know break even has a percentage. Look at yesterday's break even. It played out. So I know it has a percentage, and it's not a must always, because we didn't tap a massive level, you know. It rejected from just, I don't know what 26 is, some random spot here. Maybe if we draw a line, we can go find out if it is something here. So we can have a look. Here's a line of where it rejected. Let's go and experiment so we can learn. Wasn't a 5-minute support, so there was no 5-minute there. 15-minute, it wasn't a 15-minute, was above the 15-minute. 30-minute wasn't a 30-minute, was above the 30-minute. So nothing was there. Nothing was there that it rejected. Let's double check. Yeah. So no, rejected off nothing. Have you tried NQ in London? You know, I have people who trade NQ in London, and they like it. They like it. If you get gapped 8 pips, you just have to close immediately. There's nothing you can do. It usually never happens. I don't know why it happens. Yeah, it's unlucky, man. I hate when it fucks you up like that and just spread gaps. It's very unfortunate. Yeah, I was looking to repeat this because this was outside volume time, right? This 8:55, so you could consider that this is just outside volume, right? And then the next rejection wick we had here was the same type of rejection wick. Then we pulled back because we didn't have a candle closing below. The next candle that closed below, that candle drove for another 130 pips after closing below. So the same thing happened here, is that we did get the close below. And now this candle drove for 20 pips though. So it was just a little bit different. So if I wanted 25 pips, I should have gone aggressive break even. That's it. Yeah, or you just don't take it. Like I said, man, like I said, this is an aggressive trade. People should not be surprised with an aggressive trade. It either hits or miss. You give yourself one shot in the day, say today is just dumping. I either choose to be part of the move or I'm not part of the move. That's it. That's your only choice when you're trading like that, and that's the choice I made. So I either trade scared today and say I'm waiting for massive pullbacks to get in. Otherwise, this day could just keep dumping and dumping and dumping, which is gold has been doing. And I've seen that happen hundreds of times, and I've never been part of those moves because I'm scared to get in that's going to be the bottom. So I said, okay, look, we have had a pullback. At least I'm not getting in at the lows here. Maybe this is my best chance to retest here and see what happens. By the time I reach here, I'm getting a good stop loss placement. I'm getting a target that is at least giving me a 1-to-1. Plus, I'm having the potential continuation. I have created structure below the 4-hour support here. Maybe if today I'm trying sells, this would be maybe my best chance. If it decides to stop right now, it's going to be game over, right? Here, it kind of looked like it wanted to stop, but it kept going. I'm only taking the second push here. If we were all the way down here, now it's going to be late. But this is the first time we've got a, it's kind of like NY where we just keep dumping, dumping, dumping. London could do the same. If you've been trading gold for at least 3 years, which a lot of you have not, you would never have experienced these type of conditions where you have a day that it just continues no matter what. And in those days, all you had to do is close your eyes and press sell. From my analysis, I felt like today might be a close your eye and press sell scenario. Yeah, that's the point. So I just wanted to give myself a shot today in the market and say, look, if today is going to dump, maybe I can get in. And if today is not going to dump, then yeah, I will lose that trade. But, I just wanted to be part of this massive move. Because if you look at 50-minute, we still, are not moving up heavily. It's still struggling to move up. We'll see now. Now is London Open. We'll see what happens to DAX on London Open. So pushing down so far. It's just consolidating. So we needed to get out this range. So let's see if it can break maybe towards this 15 down here. Or if it retests that and does something. Why London open an hour late? Because of daylight saving time. So now we're seeing the dump come through here. Hi Harry and all, not sure who's with LTA was kind of the zone GU was waiting for buys back up and DAX started chopping. Yeah, exactly. So right now is Frankfurt open? No, 1 hour ago was Frankfurt open. This is London open now. This is gonna play out, I feel it. I feel like that was just an extra liquidity grab, possibly. If the 5 ends, oh, there's a mosquito here. Let me kill this mosquito. This is the one that's been fucking me all the time. Look at that. Like Chucky Chan, man. Did you see that? Like Chucky Chan, straight killed it. Oh, did I miss it actually? I think I missed it or killed it. Yeah, here's the fucking sells, man. This is what I said about tight stop loss, man. If I just ran like 100 pip stop loss, I probably get down here. You know? I just didn't see a re-entry as well because this 15 closed bullish. That's what threw me off for re-entry. That's the push I was looking for. That push right there. I just wish that came there, then you're good, you know? Potential 5-minute setup on EU. To upside? You have to be careful. Check. Always look at your higher time frame. What is 1 hour doing? 30-minute now is trying to get below here. 15-minute close below its support. Still respecting this support. So it is possible on a 5-minute, but you have the other time frames supporting your idea today is the problem. You have a 50-minute bearish candle close, 1 hour bearish candle close, 30-minute bearish candle close. You're relying on one 5-minute candle close. Do you take anything in NY? I couldn't trade NY yesterday. My whole schedule is now messed up until probably this week. I'm gonna struggle to trade NY because it's messed up my whole schedule till NY switches its daylight saving time, which will happen next week. So it's really hard to trade NY now. I can, but I'm just really multitasking. Like, I don't have time to get to gym. Unless I just quit gym for a week, but it's a big part of my life to go to the gym. Today you can't really use that, Rahul, man. Today is a completely different day. Why later? Because their clocks go back by an hour and then your clocks go forward by an hour. I knew that today if I just run a stupid wide stop loss, you get away with it. That's like a, I knew that as well. And sometimes it will catch you that, you know. See, and look, when you look at 1 hour time frame, it's just still straight down today. Everything is just still straight down. So it's a simple day. And I guess I've got the curse of being caught out by trying to capitalize on these days. People are really scared on these days that there'll be massive reversals, right? Because this looks like it's poising for a massive reversal, which it can now once it reaches this wick. It's possible. But on these days, sometimes it can be simple stupid. It can be simple stupid. And you can just get very easy downside moves. DAX dumping. Good, man. Did you take a trade? No? So how's the dump relevant to you? That's my question. If it's not interesting you in a trade, what's the point of DAX dumping? It's okay, right? You don't need to care about it, mention it. Otherwise, cause you FOMO. I wanted this entry here, but I just didn't see a valuable stop loss placement. Obviously 54 points for 24, not gonna do much, but technically here we did close below, you see. Maybe top wick could have worked, but the top wick came after, right? We closed below first And then you'd have to go flip, not break of low. And it already flipped before. Flipped, you would be in, then you get stopped out. Because you'd put stop above this one here. No, it doesn't work. I'm trying to think to myself, where else would I have put stops to avoid this situation? Because I knew, I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I was pretty confident today that it would just be one of those days that just continues down, which is happening. I just don't see another opportunity unless I ran the 15 stop. But how big was 15 stop? Yeah, that's stupid stop loss, man. I don't think I would run that 160. It's too much. If it's gonna reject, this is where it's gonna reject now after it breaks this wick. Because that was my target, right? That was the whole point of this trade, to get to this wick. That would have paid me minimum 1-to-1 here. 52, the wick is 60 pips, so that was the goal, right? Now in my head I'm thinking, I don't know if it's worth to sell the lows now, after me being in such a good, you know. The mad thing, Harry, is you called and explained the trade brilliantly, but when you jump in it doesn't play. Yeah, it's normal sometimes. How often do I backtest? Probably these days, like, if I backtest something new every day. If it's not new, just to keep sharp, keep on top of my skills, like once every 2 weeks. I backtest quite a lot. When I'm making YouTube videos, I do it quite a lot. So if you look, there's a lot of YouTube videos that I use examples, especially stuff like this, I'm backtesting. So I use this as my backtest, and then I record myself backtesting. So you see here, I record myself backtesting. So if you do it like that, then I backtest actually once a week, because every single time I make a video, I will backtest with it. So yeah, this is the move I wanted, guys. You know, I felt today would just be a downside day where it just continues. And unfortunately, where I decided to pick to just give myself a shot, it wanted to go one more sweep deeper. Which, if I waited for that one more sweep deeper, then I risk missing the move. That's the issue I have. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, a lot of people took buys here. I can tell you that. A lot of people were trying to take buys, which is just not the case. But this is exactly what I wanted, right? Is this downside move. I'm trying to think of scenarios where I just don't see. Unless this 5-minute candle closed below here, maybe that was a re-entry. I could have gone again. I just don't see the chance where I'm not Because I put stop even slightly above 4 hour. I mean, you have a 4 hour protecting you there. Yeah. Yeah. There was a second 5-minute structure. There wasn't a second 5-minute structure. There was only this one, and then the next one is all the way up here. So the only option was maybe above key level here, but I just envisioned that. I actually envisioned a stronger move. Yeah, here's my move. Here's my move. Ah, it's easy money, this, man. Yesterday we got volume this time. Yeah, but this is the move we should be in. We were in it. We were in it, but it wanted to go one more sweep higher. We don't want to FOMO in at the lows because this was our TP. You see the difference? So I don't want to take a trade at my TP, but this is the move I wanted, and I would have left some runner. You see, then it becomes easy position. If I just ran, let's say 100 pip stop loss. You're already at a 100 pip target, you see? And that's my position. Crazy, right? And that's why these days can just be like this. I just, unfortunately, timed it exactly wrong. And if we survive the stop loss, check out the risk to reward. It's easy 1 to 2 risk to reward straight. Clean position 1 to 2. See? Look at that. There it goes. Exact type of pullback previous, find it interesting. That was what I was trying to repeat, because this time we closed below here, we came down and add towards a level. I was trying to repeat this one here, pullback continue. Every time it's closed below, it's managed to do it. So I was trying to repeat that, but this time we closed below the structure here. So I said, okay, if I don't get it now, I'm not gonna get a chance. The FOMO is strong. I'm not FOMOing. If I FOMO'd, I would take it. I'm just trying to... I'm actually... Internally, I'm also happy that my idea played out, because that's what's important to me. Is I was right today, but ended up being sort of wrong. But I can't change that. I can't change that as much as I try. So yeah, for me, I'm going to pick it up tomorrow. I gave it my shot here. Now it's playing out beautifully towards the downside here. And I think this will just keep on running till it decides to say no more. And you don't know when. This thing can just keep on running, man. Idea was right to be aggressive today, because today's one of those days where shit just wants to go down. Maybe I should have been even more aggressive and just re-entered as soon as this closed bearish here. But it could have been a higher low and I lose again. So I don't know. It's that situation where you're like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So that's how it would be. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, sometimes it wants to go a little deeper. I picked the wrong timing. It's okay for me to pick wrong timing. I'm just trying to look, for me, what's important, okay, where could I re-entered? I don't want to be the guy that then sells here and then it makes a higher low and continues up because 15 closed bullish. Now I just feel like I'm doing random trading plans. So no, it will if we're looking at targets though, guys, honestly, 4 hours very clean. 1 hour is going to come soon to a level of support here. I think 15-minute is reaching a level of support pretty soon. Those are realistic targets, but does it want to keep going down? We'll see. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. So not been the best for me, but that's how it works sometimes. That's how it works sometimes. So brilliant move though, brilliant move. What would we be working on here? Yeah, 1 to 3. So nice to see that. Appreciate you all showing up though. It was a pleasure to have you on stream, those who are left. And we're gonna catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Take care and hopefully catch you guys soon, all right? Much love and peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.